Soul food the right way. Buttermilk fried chicken, mac and cheese, candied yams recipe. I am so ready for this. I want to give this a go making myself. Let me know in the comments below if you have anything specifically, I guess, you want me to make soul food. And if you have any good recipes, let me know. Either on Discord probably would be the easiest for me to save them. Yeah, I want to get straight into it. This looks absolutely amazing on camera, and yeah, I need to calm. I've already had dinner, but for some reason now I'm starving again. So you know how it is. So let's go. Soul food the right way. What have we got?
Hey y'all, today we're going to make a delicious soul food meal with some candied yams, mac and cheese, buttermilk fried chicken, cornbread, and green beans. Y'all, if you are making this meal for your family, they need to be doing something special for you, okay? Because this is going to take a little bit of time, but it's so going to be worth it. As you can see, I am cleaning my chicken. I'm using chicken wings here. I rinsed them with some water, a little bit of vinegar, and I'm just scrubbing them with some lime. You can use any cut of chicken that you like. I rinse it off just to make sure there's no feathers or any dirt or anything like that. You want to clean your sink and make sure, of course, you wash those hands. One thing is for sure is that we are seasoning this chicken down to the bone. Okay, y'all that don't be putting no seasonings on your chicken, salt, pepper, and garlic powder chicken. We don't do that. I see you, okay? And I'm trying to come for you and encourage you to use some flavor. As you see, I've already gone in with some Maggi seasoning, a little bit of bouillon, and I'm using some Lowry's. Y'all know we love some Lowry's on that chicken. I'm putting on
Okay.
some ginger powder and as well as some black pepper and some rosemary. You got to go in with the herbs on the chicken. I
Okay.
also love to use some sage and thyme on the chicken, this salt-free Cajun seasoning, which I've showed y'all how to make already, and some
Yeah.
garlic that I've
That looks
busted.
so good.
Now, the garlic, the sage, the thyme, we are just busting that and crushing it so that we can get the flavor. All right, it's
Yeah.
going to infuse into the buttermilk and it is going to give a nice taste. But we're not going to fry that because they're fresh ingredients and they're really just going to burn in the oil. You
Okay.
don't need to douse your chicken in buttermilk, okay? Just put a little bit. Cover
Okay.
it enough, and that is enough to get your chicken tender. I see some people pouring in the whole cow, trying to tenderize that chicken. It's not needed. All right, just cover it. And then put a little hot sauce in for the little flavor. Even if you don't like
That's a
spicy
lot of
food,
hot
add the hot
sauce.
sauce. It gives
Oh my
flavor.
god.
It's not
I think I'd be dying if I had hot sauce.
spicy, not gonna burn your mouth. Just seasoning down to the bone. Of course, when you want that chicken right, you gotta marinate it overnight. So cover it and let it sit in the fridge. I'm using 4 medium-sized sweet potatoes for my candy yams. 2
Okay.
large sweet potatoes would be perfect here. Peel them top and tail these pieces and cut into a 1/2 inch thickness of
Okay.
rounds. In a hot pan, I'm adding 3 tablespoons of salted butter and a 1/2 cup of brown sugar. I
Okay.
really do not like super sweet yams, but if you do, use about 3/4 of a cup to 1 cup of brown sugar instead. Let this candy and caramelize for about
Oh,
3 minutes,
nice.
stirring it constantly, and then go on with your spices. I'm using cinnamon here, fresh ginger for that delicious
Okay.
fresh flavor. I'm grating in some fresh nutmeg, okay? And I'm just doing this to my own taste.
I think the first thing I've learned about soul food is that everything is homemade. Like, we're not buying anything store-bought. It's all homemade.
I'm going to stir this up into that buttery sugar mixture, and then I'm adding a capful of vanilla extract. You have to really candy the sugar and the butter, hence the name candy yams, right? It's going to add a different layer of flavor. Then in goes your sweet potatoes. Now it's going to be tempting to add some water. Don't do it, okay? Yams produce a lot of water on their own. So all you need to do is turn your heat down to low. On an electric stove, mine is at about like a 2 or a 3. Put on your top and let it just simmer for about 45 minutes undisturbed. It will produce its own water.
Okay.
Look, y'all, my macaroni and cheese is the you can bring the mac at Thanksgiving good. And one of the secrets is cooking those noodles in some chicken broth.
Okay.
Today I'm going to do a roux for my mac and cheese. So I'm putting in half a stick of butter with 2 tablespoons of flour. We're going to toast this flour to give it a nice flavor. It's going to cook out the rawness, and it's going to be a perfect thickener for the roux.
Okay, I'm here for this. I love mac and cheese. You guys know that.
After about a minute or two, this is what it will look like. And then I'm going in with a full can of evaporated milk.
Okay.
I think this adds a nice flavor over just using whole milk because it's so creamy and concentrated. And then 1.5 cups of heavy cream. Got to use heavy cream, guys.
Okay.
The fat content will change your mac and cheese.
Oh, cheese is going in.
8 ounces of your favorite cheese. Today I'm using Kobe Jack, but anything that you like would be perfect. To flavor my roux, I'm using some Cajun seasoning just to taste, as well as some hot sauce. I'll be adding a little garlic powder and black pepper later on, but you just have to do this to taste, guys. Okay, it's whatever you like.
Looks so good so far.
At this point, I thought my roux was a little bit thick, so I went in with half a cup of water, but chicken broth would be the perfect thing to use here.
Okay.
And I'm adding 8 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese to enhance that cheesy flavor.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go in with my noodles. At this stage, the roux is perfect.
Ooh,
so
look at that.
You could
that looks just amazing.
Stovetop mac, but we're going to fight if you like stovetop mac, because I only do baked mac. Okay, you ain't invited to the cookout. No, I'm just playing with you guys. Y'all all can come, right? But I just really like baked mac. So into my pan, I am going to add all my noodles and all of this delicious cheesiness. In the comments, guys, let me know if you enjoy me doing these full meal episodes, or if you just want me to stick to doing one dish at a time. I would really enjoy you all's feedback. Or if you have anything that you want me to make, just let me know in the comments.
This is my favorite thing about mac and cheese, is just the amount of cheese. Oh, so good.
Of course, I'm going to go in with my sharp cheddar cheese on the top. I have preheated my oven to 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake this mac and cheese for about 25 minutes.
I'm excited for this.
Next up, we're going to fry this chicken, y'all. Okay, now to get a extra crispy fried chicken coating, you need a starch. Today I'm using potato starch, but cornstarch would work. Of course, you're going to need flour, and I'm just putting in about half a cup of that starch. Season your flour with the salt-free Cajun seasoning, a little bit of seasoning salt. Just do that to your own taste. Some garlic powder. A little bit of white pepper.
So we've seasoned the chicken and we're seasoning the friedness, the skin, I guess. It's gonna taste so good.
I'm also going to use thyme for an herbal note, and then I'm going to add my lid onto my flour bin, and I'm just going to mix it. If you would like to do this in a plate, feel free. I've let my chicken sit out for 30 minutes to come to room temperature, and then I'm going to shake off the fresh herbs and the fresh garlic and the buttermilk. I'm going to toss it into my container, shake it vigorously to coat it with flour, and then I'm going to set it aside on the plate. Now, when you take it out of this Tupperware, you need to make sure
it's gone.
You knock off all of the excess flour. If you don't knock it off, it is going to actually fall just into your cooking oil. It's going to burn and leave your oil with a really bad taste.
Okay. That is well coated.
I'm going to do the rest of my chicken this same way, adding it to my flour, shaking the coat, and then putting it on my plate to rest.
This is going to be so good. I'm so excited. I wish I could try it.
allow my chicken to sit for about 10 to 15 minutes so that the coating will become moist. You need to do this so that it will stick to the batter. If you would like a extra crunchy coated chicken, after it sits, dip it back into your buttermilk and then toss it back into the flour again. I didn't do
Oh,
all of them this way, but I just wanted to show you 3 of them as an example if you really like that double coated crunchy chicken. And of course,
okay.
just let it sit. Fill up whatever you're going to fry in with canola oil or vegetable oil and allow it to come up to about 350 degrees. I test mine with a chopstick, and then I'm putting all the little chicken wings in the pool, y'all, okay? Only 4, don't
Okay.
overcrowd it. If you are using chicken legs or chicken thighs, you can fry that as well. To fry the chicken wings, I only fry them for about 11 minutes. If you're doing chicken legs, it's going to take about 13 to 15 minutes. Thighs
Okay.
are going to take about
Oh, look
15
at
to
that.
16 minutes because they're a little thicker, especially if you're doing those really big pieces of chicken. I really suggest you fry dark meat because it's going to be juicier unless you're using chicken breast to say do chicken tenders. Between batches, clean out your oil, and
Oh,
then I'm
look at that
setting mine
chicken.
aside on a rack. Y'all see that newspaper? Okay, went old school on it. Okay, no paper towels today. Okay, now my green beans are going to be semi-homemade. Just using a little bit of butter, a little bit of garlic, a little bit of onion, that Cajun seasoning, better than bouillon. I drained
Okay.
out the can and I'm going to just cook and warm up these green beans in all the seasonings and all the flavor. I really didn't want to do fresh green beans after I went through all of this, all of what I was doing today. And you know what? It doesn't matter. Your family's going to love it. Add a little butter to your candy yams right there
Yep.
at the end just to give it that delicious flavor. And guys, do you see this
Oh,
crunchy chicken? So crunchy. Sweet
looks so
candy
good.
yams, delicious green beans. I've showed you guys how to make that buttermilk
That mac
cornbread in
and
a different
cheese.
video. Macaroni and cheese, gooey, delicious, right? This is a full spread.
It is.
Now, of course, I'm going to show y'all how this mac and cheese looks. It is so good. It is so
Oh my
cheesy.
gosh.
Do you see this? Do you see this, guys? Wow. These candy yams are perfectly seasoned for me, not overly sweet.
That looks so good.
Those green beans have a great flavor. You'd love them even though they're from the can. It doesn't matter. It's so delicious.
That
Guys, I
looks
hope
so
you enjoyed
yum.
this meal. Share it
Oh
with
my
someone
god.
you love. Know that God loves you and I love you too. And I'll see you next time on Kamira's Kitchen. Goodbye.
That was amazing. Her link's in the description below. Let me know in the comments if you want me to make this with my mum. Because she's never tried soul food. I don't think she's ever tried most of that. Obviously probably this other chicken and mac and cheese, but nothing like this. But let me know if you want me to make this with my mum in the comments below. I want to do it so bad, so even if she says no, I still might have to do it anyway. Smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Have a fantastic day.